Hello everyone, welcome to PM Networking. Hope you all are doing great. Guys, today in the wireless networking series, we are going to understand 802.11 standards. We will talk more about wireless networking terms like frequency, bands. So, as we are going to discuss the basic terms of wireless networking in this video is very important to understand all upcoming videos. Guys, all upcoming videos are based on today class only, so make sure you will watch this video till the end. Okay, now without wasting our time, let's begin. So guys, I have one PDF over here, right? If you want to download this PDF, you will get one link in description. You can check the description, right? Through that link you can download this file. Now, first term is radio frequency. So guys, as I told you in last class, that whenever we are going to connect two devices or more than two devices, means group of devices without wire, then how those devices are going to exchange data? They are going to exchange data through ear, right? So how devices are going to send or receive data, guys? Through radio frequency only, right? So media is going to be what? Radio frequency in wireless networking. Let's say I have two computer 1 and computer 2. So if I want to connect these two computers together without cable, first of all, both devices should have wireless NIC, right? Network interface card. So let's say this PC have wireless NIC, and this PC also have wireless NIC. Now these two devices can connect with each other, right? Through radio frequency. And let's say this PC PC1 or PC2, PC1 want to send one data, right? Data is, let's say, what? Hello. So basic requirement of communication is what? Their sender machine should have source IP, source MAC. Sender machine should have destination IP, destination MAC. Then there should be one media. So media over here is what? Radio frequency, right? And guys, you don't need to master radio frequency. You only need to understand two frequency that we are using for wireless networking. That's it. Okay. So if someone will ask you like, what is radio frequency in the wireless networking? So radio frequency is your media. Okay, your data is going to flow in the form of radio frequency only. And what is radio frequency? Radio frequency is nothing but number of cycles per second. As we discussed in last class, that guys, in wireless networking, my data is not going to flow in a straight direction. My data is going to flow in all direction, like in a wave, like this. Correct? Not like this. Okay, so the signal completing how many cycle per second is known as what? Frequency. Let's say let me design one diagram over here, this diagram. Okay, let's say right like this and so on. Okay, so see, the wave is starting from here, right? On this point it have completed one cycle, right? At this point it have completed two cycle. So let's say this signal have completed two complete cycle in 1 second. So frequency is going to be what, guys? 2. Frequency is going to be what? 2 gigahertz. So frequency is nothing but, radio frequency is nothing but number of cycles per second. Means a wave is going to, means a signal is going to complete how many cycles in 1 second. That is known as frequency. So you can read more about radio frequency. Like you can see, radio frequency refers to the range of electromagnetic frequencies used for wireless communication. Electromagnetic means it is combination of electric wave as well as magnetic wave. Radio frequency is combination of two waves, electric wave plus magnetic wave. So that's why we are saying electromagnetic wave. Okay, it is combination of means electric wave as well as magnetic wave. Okay, so combination of electric wave and magnetic wave is known as radio frequency. So radio frequency refers to the range of electromagnetic frequency used for wireless communication. In wireless networks, devices like your routers, I'm talking about the Wi-Fi routers, right? And Wi-Fi enabled devices use radio waves to transmit and receive data. What is saying? In wireless network, devices like router or Wi-Fi enabled devices like your PC, laptop, mobile phone, tablet uses radio waves to transmit and receive data. So wireless devices are going to transmit or receive data with the help of radio wave only. And guys, radio wave is combination of electric and magnetic wave. That's it. These radio waves operates in a specific frequency bands within the electromagnetic spectrum. Now if you are confusing with bands, like what is bands? So guys, the range of frequency is known as what? Bands. Range of frequency is known as bands. Like group of IP address is known as what? A network ID. A network ID is going to represent lots of IP addresses, right? So range of IP addresses is known as network ID. In the same way, range of frequencies is known as bands, right? So if we are talking about the one range of frequency, let's say 2.4 to 122, I'm just giving you one example, to 2.415, let's say 415, right? So see, in this range we have multiple frequencies, right? And this particular thing can be known as by bands. So band is nothing but group of frequency. Then guys, wireless networking typically utilize the 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz frequency bands, right? So as I'm telling you that this is a band, means under this frequency there are many frequencies, guys, right? Means it is a group of frequency. 2.4 gigahertz is group of frequency, 5 gigahertz is group of frequency. Fine. Then guys, different Wi-Fi standards such as 802.11b. As I told you that for wireless communication, IEEE standard is what? 802.11. Now under 802.11, right, standard, we have multiple standard, guys, like 802.11b, 11g, 11n, 11ec, and many more are there, like A. Okay. So different Wi-Fi standards such as 802.11b, 802.11g, 802.11n, and 802.11ac operates with these frequency bands. So we will see the characteristics of these all standards in this video. But for now, just keep in mind that these standards are going to use what band? Either 2.4 gigahertz or 5 gigahertz for the wireless communication. Each providing different data rates and performance, right? So if you will compare, let's say 8.2.11b and 802.11g, if you will compare these two, you will see the difference is what? Difference is in data rates and the performance. Fine. The use of radio frequency enables the wireless transmission of data between devices, allowing for the creation of wireless local area network, that is WLANs, and connecting devices without the need of physical cables. Fine, let me move. Radio frequency, in short term you can say RF as well, right? RF means radio frequency. Radio frequency is combination of, you can see here, electromagnetic wave, means electric plus magnetic signal. Electromagnetic wave do not travel in straight direction. Okay guys, so waves are expanded and travels in all direction, right? Electromagnetic wave do not travel in straight direction. Then when one wave completes one up and one down cycle, so it is known as one cycle. So guys, you can see here, if I am saying what frequency is 4 gigahertz, it means that signal is completing 4 cycles per second, right? In 1 second that signals or that wave is completing 4 cycles. Then you can see frequency is what? 4. If I'm saying frequency is 3, that means my wave is completing 3 cycles in a second. 3 cycle means 3 times up, 3 times down, right? Cycle means not like this. This is one up, right? In the same way it have to complete one down. So this is one cycle. This is one cycle. Okay. So if a wave is completing 3 cycle, right, in a second, that means frequency is 3. If a wave is completing 4 cycle in a second, that means frequency is 4. So hope now frequency is clear to you, like what is frequency and how we measured frequency, right? Then guys, you can compare the frequency. Like you can see in front of you there are two graphs, right? This one is, let's say, graph 1, this is graph 2. Over here in the top one, frequency is what? Low. Why I'm saying frequency is low? Because see, wavelength is long. Wavelength is long, means a cycle, let's say, is starting from this point, right? So it will complete one cycle over here, right? So length, total length from this point to this point is long. So if this length will be long, guys, then frequency will be what? Low. If this length is going to be short, then frequency will be what? High. Like it is talking about like this. Let's say a signal or a wave is completing cycles like this, right? So what we can say here, wavelength is less low, right? Short. Wavelength is short, so frequency is what? Frequency is high over here, right? In the same way, if I will give you one other example like this, so here wavelength is what, guys? Long. So frequency is low. So frequency is inversely proportional to wavelength. Wavelength means the length of a cycle, you can say length of a wave, right? Peak point to peak point, right? Length from peak point to peak point. You can select any point. Let's say this point. From this point to this point, it is one cycle, right? So whatever length is, right, between this point and this point, that length is known as wavelength. So if wavelength is long, then frequency is going to be low. If wavelength is short, then frequency is going to be high. Like here you can see wavelength is short, right? So frequency is what? High. So you can compare frequency like this also. Okay. So frequency is inversely proportional to wavelength. If wavelength is long, then frequency is going to be low. If wavelength is short, then frequency is going to be high. Then guys, next. Now you can see the frequency units over here, guys. We have multiple units like hertz, kilohertz, megahertz, and gigahertz. So cycles per second is known as frequency in hertz. Then 1 hertz is equal to 1000 kilohertz. Then you can see so on. Fine. So again, this is not much important for you. You can ignore it. Then guys, some more points about frequencies. Like the frequency range between 3 kilohertz to 300 gigahertz is terms called microwave and radar. This is just an example, right, in front of you. You can ignore it. It is again not important, right, to understand wireless networking. So if you have frequency in this range, right, that can be known as by microwave, or you can say what? Radar. The microwave also contains the two main frequency ranges that are used for wireless LAN communication, 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. Okay. So if someone will ask you what is the range of microwave and what type of frequency is called as microwave, so the frequency lie between 3 kilohertz to 300 gigahertz. Those frequencies are known as microwave, right? And if I'm saying 2.4 gigahertz or 5 gigahertz, guys, so this frequency comes under this range or not? This is your question. Tell me in the comment section, right? This is your question. After that, as I told you, wavelength. Wavelength means length of wave. It is directly proportional to distance and it is inversely proportional to frequency. 2.4 gigahertz means what? 2.4 gigahertz means 2.4 multiplied by power 9 cycle per second, right? I'm talking about the gigahertz, right? So this is hertz. Let's say 2.4 gigahertz. How you will represent this frequency, guys? 2.4 and multiply by this is what? Means it is covering 2.4 cycle per second, that is hertz, and then you will multiply it with 10 raised to power 9, 10 raised to power 9, then you will get what? 2.4 gigahertz frequency. Means you are converting it into hertz. So you can see here 2.4 gigahertz is equal to 2.4 multiplied by 10 raised to power 9 cycles per second. Wavelength more means number of cycles is more, and 5 gigahertz means 5 multiplied by 10 raised to power 9 cycles per second. Okay. Okay, now let's move to standard. So just here till now we discussed about the frequencies only, right? We discussed about the frequency only, like what is radio frequency and what are the unit of radio frequency and what is the meaning of frequency. We also understand the band, right? Means group of frequency is known as band. Now let's move to Wi-Fi standard, guys. First we are going to understand the standards and then we will move to the channels. Okay, so see 802.11 Wi-Fi standards. So we have these all standards for now, right? And guys, in future we will have many more. Okay, I think so one is not there, right? AX. Okay. So you can see if you are purchasing a device or which device operates on 2.802.11 or 11A, if it's operate on 2.11 only, right, not A, that means frequency is going to be what, 2.4. It will operate on 2.4 gigahertz only, right? And the maximum speed that you will get is what, 2 mbps, right? If your AP or your router operates on 802.11a, right, so 2.11e operates on 5 gigahertz, and the maximum speed that you will get is 54 mbps, right? Then 802.11b, and this mbps, guys, there is again two units to measure the speed, right? One is like this, mbps, and another one is mbps. So this capital B here and a small b over here, right? So capital B is saying what, bytes, and a small b is saying what, bit. Okay, so here we are talking about the bit. Okay, so this standard is going to provide you a speed up to 2 mbps, and it will operate on 2.4 gigahertz. This standard 802.11e is going to operate on 5 gigahertz frequency, and it is going to provide you a speed up to 54 mbps. Then 802.11b, it is going to operate on 2.4 gigahertz, and it is going to provide you a speed up to 11 mbps, right? Then guys, 802.11g is going to operate on 2.4 gigahertz, and speed over here is 54 mbps, right? And it is compatible with 11b also, right? Let's say you have two AP, one AP operates on 11g, right, and another one is operates on, let's say, 11b. So these two can work together, right, because these two are compatible with each other, right? But let's say one AP first is working on 802.11a, and this one is working on 11, let's say what, B. So you can see these two are not compatible with each other, right? So these two devices cannot work with each other. Then guys, next standard is 802.11n, and this standard operates on both frequencies 2.4 as well as 5 gigahertz, and this standard is going to provide you a speed up to 600 mbps, and this standard is compatible with 11a, 11b as well as 11g. Fine. Then guys, next standard is 802.11 AC, and this standard is going to operate with 5 gigahertz, and it is going to provide you a speed up to 1300 mbps, and it is compatible with A and N. Then 802.11 AD, right, which is going to operate on both frequency, even you can see 60 gigahertz as well, right? For now we are not talking about the other frequencies, because 2.4 and 5 gigahertz the most important, right? And guys, in CCNA also, only these two frequencies are there in your syllabus, 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz. So you don't need to learn about the 60 gigahertz for now. So that's why I'm not talking more about the 60 gigahertz, right? For now, just keep in mind that we have only two frequencies for wireless communication. One is 2.4 and another one is 5, right? But 802.11 AD operates on 2.5 gigahertz as well as 5 gigahertz, right? And it can operate on 60 gigahertz as well. And the speed you will get in this standard is up to 7 Gbps. Now this is guys very used, right? This is not for the personal use or for the small offices. This is for large enterprises, right? Then guys, this standard is compatible with 11A, B, G, and AC. Fine. So it is compatible with all except 802.11. The important things over here that you need to keep in mind is what? First thing is compatibility. Which standard is compatible with which one? Then which standard works on which frequency, correct? And then speed is also important, but you can check it, these things, you know, anytime on the Google. So if you are planning to implement a wireless network, right, for a company, in your company, so make sure you are using devices with same standard or with different standard, but that should be compatible with each other. those all should be compatible with each other. Now let me move further. Now guys, here there are some more standards, like you can see NB, right? So this is for 2028, and the maximum speed is this one, and it is going to operate on 2.4 gigahertz as well as 5 gigahertz, 6 gigahertz, 42 gigahertz as well as 71 gigahertz, right? And this standard is known as by Wi-Fi 8 also, right? Sometimes people are saying Wi-Fi 5, Wi-Fi 6, right? Like this, maybe you heard. Then guys, we have this Wi-Fi 7, right? And IEEE standard for this Wi-Fi 7 is 802.11 BE, right? Launch date is 2024, and the maximum rate, right? And it is going to operate on 2.45 as well as 6. Then you have Wi-Fi 6 as well as Wi-Fi 6E, right? And IEEE standard for Wi-Fi 6 and the 6E is 802.11EX, right? Launch date is 2020 and 2019. Here is the rate, and it is going to operate, right? Wi-Fi 6 is going to operate on 2.4 and 5 gigahertz, and Wi-Fi 6E is going to operate on 6 gigahertz. Then 802.11 AC, generally known as by Wi-Fi 5 also, right? Most of the people are saying Wi-Fi 5, means it is talking about which standard? 802.11 AC. Launch date is 2014. The speed and operates on what frequency? 5 gigahertz. Then guys, Wi-Fi 4, standard 802.11n, launch date 2008, right? Speed and the frequency. Wi-Fi 3, Wi-Fi 2, Wi-Fi 1 and Wi-Fi 0. So this 802.11 is known as by Wi-Fi 0. Nowadays we are not using it, right? Launched in 1997. Fine. Speed is this one, 2 megabits per second, and then operates on 2.4 gigahertz. 11B launched in 1999, and speed is this one, operates on 2.4 gigahertz. 802.11A launched date this, speed this, operates on both 2.4 as well as 5 gigahertz. Now hope standard is clear, guys. Again, if you want to learn more about this standard, right? So in the PDF I have mentioned, right, like what is the speed you will get over here. Like you can see 802.11b up to 11 Mbps. Over here you can see in this diagram also 11b, the speed is 1 to 11, speed is 11 Mbps. In the upper diagram also you can see for 11b speed is up to 11 Mbps. So things is same in all diagram. In this diagram also you can see 11 Mbps for 802.11b. In this diagram also you can see speed is 11 up to 11 Mbps in 802.11b over here, right? Okay, then guys, description. After that, this one, and if you want to check the pricing or how you will choose the AP or wireless router for your network, so simply you can type it in the browser. You can type the standard in your browser, you will get the detailed information about it. Like I can say Wi-Fi router, let's say 802.11b, right? Okay, so Amazon is also there, right? You can check it on Amazon also. On the Amazon website also it is going to provide you the description, right? 802.11b wireless 4 ports cable DSL router, right? This is the price of this access point, or you can say wireless router. So it's operate on 802.11b compatible device. Personal computer, you can use it for the home purpose, right? Again, it is not for the enterprises. Connectivity technology, Ethernet, right? What power is required, or these things, the security protocol. We will discuss about the security protocol, don't worry. So you can read the description, the size of your AP, right? In the same way, guys, I can check like any other standard as well. Let me say 802.11 AC, and then what we can say router, Wi-Fi router, right? So you can see. So let me open it, and if you will read more about this device, you can see this is Wi-Fi 6 router, dual band wireless internet router, high speed 802. It is compatible with 802.11ex router for streaming, gaming, and it is going to provide you coverage of 1500 square feet, right? There will be gigabit router, easy mesh personal control. Then there will be description about this device, guys, somewhere. Yes, here you can see the description. So wireless standard is this one, right, of this device, 802.11ex, and it is compatible with AC, AX, A, G, right, as well as B. Fine. The LAN port bandwidth 10, 100 and 1000 megabit per second. In the same way, you can say Wi-Fi 6 also, like here. We can say what? Wi-Fi 6 router. Price is $70. Like this also you can search. Okay, so whatever standard you have, you can check it on Amazon or on any other website. You can get some information about it, because if you are learning wireless for the first time, guys, definitely you have to spend some time on it, right? You have to learn everything for the first time. These are basics but important, right? In the same way, you can check what Wi-Fi 7, Wi-Fi 8. So if I will simply type here Wi-Fi 7, right, cost is going to be increased now. You can see cost is now $199, right? This is 6E router. Okay, distance is going to be up to 2700 square feet. Speed is going to be up to 5.4 gigabits per second, right? It's huge. And if you want to know more about it, you can check the detailed description in the bottom, right? Standard 802.11ex, compatible with these all standards, right, guys? Then you can learn about the LAN ports, about the band, right? Ethernet port will be there, Wi-Fi, USB, right? Everything is there on this device. Then you can say Wi-Fi 8 also. So now you can see the price and speed. Price of this device is, guys, $700, right? Distance is 3500 square feet, right? 200 devices. It can manage 200 devices, right? Gaming router with 10 GB port. Then you can learn about the standard and the rest thing. Like you can see a standard over here is also what 802.11ex and compatible with these all. Fine. You can check the LAN port bandwidth, right? You can check the ports, how many number of ports are there. 4 ports are there. Wi-Fi 5, or I can say Wi-Fi 4. It will show me the devices, right? I can say Wi-Fi 4. Like this we can check, right? So whenever you will purchase an access point from the market or wireless router from the market, right, guys, after that, and even if you are using a AP, right, a wireless router for your home, please check that on what standard your device is working, right, what the speed there, and try to match those things from this images, right, from this image, like this, right? But again, standard is not much important. And here also you have information, like you can learn about 802.11b, speed is up to 11 Mbps, range approx 35 meters, indoor capability widely compatible but outdated, right? Then, guys, introduced in 1999, it was the first widely adopted Wi-Fi standard, operates in 2.4 GHz frequency band. Then 802.11a, speed is going to be up to 54 Mbps, range 35 meters, indoor less compatible, right? Less common, compatibility less common due to 5 gigahertz frequency. It's work only on 5 gigahertz frequency. Then guys, description introduced in 1999, right? Less crowded 5 gigahertz frequency band, providing high data rates but shorter range compared to 802.11b, right? So your range is lesser than 802.11b. Then you can learn about the G speed is going to be up to 54 mbps. So let's say you need to purchase one Wi-Fi router, right? So you will check now what speed is required, right? According to that, you are going to choose which API is going to best for you, which wireless router is going to be best for you. And again, it depends on your internet connectivity as well. Let's say you have internet connectivity from ISP and you have, let's say, 50 mbps. So if you will purchase a router from the market who is going to provide you what, let's say 500 mbps speed, right? So is there any logic, guys, to purchase this router who is going to provide 500 mbps? No, because I have 500 mbps connectivity only, and let's say I have 500 mbps connectivity from the internet, and I am going to purchase a AP who is going to provide me a speed up to, let's say, 50 mbps. So again, there is no logic to purchase this device, right? Because if you are using this device, right, who is providing a speed up to 50 mbps, that means you can utilize up to 50 mbps only, right? Even you have 500 mbps link from ISP, does not matter, right? So that's why whenever we are purchasing any networking devices, it depends on our requirement. So what is, guys, our requirement? Then you can learn about the description. Backward compatible with 802.11b, description introduced in 2003. It combines the speed of 802.11a with the compatibility of 802.11b operating on 2.5 gigahertz frequency band. Then 802.11n speed is going to be up to 600 mbps, right? Range, improved range over previous standards, and compatibility backward compatible with earlier standards, right? Introduced in 2009. It brought higher data rates and improved range by utilizing multiple antenna and operating in both 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz band. Then you can learn about this standard 802.11 AC, that is Wi-Fi 5. So it is going to provide you a speed in Gbps, right? So this is generally like 802.11n, operates in 5 gigahertz band, not backward compatible with 2.4 gigahertz only devices. Fine. Then description introduced in 2013. It offers high speed and improved performance by utilizing wider channels and multiple antennas. Then AX, that is Wi-Fi 6. It is again going to provide you a speed in Gbps, guys, and comparable to or slightly better than 802.11 AC, right? Description introduced in 2019. So like this, you can learn more about the standards. Now guys, these are all about 802.11 standards, right? So hope this video is helpful for you. And the next topic is wireless bands and channels. So in next video, we are going to understand wireless bands and channel. Now guys, if you have learned something from this video, please hit on like button. If you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe this channel. We will meet soon in next video. Till then, stay safe. Bye bye guys.